Hello everyone, GalacticStorm here. Welcome to the show, and today I've got something very special today. That's right. After saving up a little bit, I have been getting myself a Nintendo Switch, which is one of the newer consoles that came out not too long ago, in 2017. Now I'm going to be doing a full unboxing video and a little bit of detail when it comes to the Switch. And we're going to see what's inside and the pros and cons of the Nintendo Switch. That I've been looking at the internet and see what it's like. But without further ado, let's talk a little bit of the history of the Switch and what it came to be. So, the Nintendo Switch. This thing was made in 2017, as I said earlier, and it came from response after the poor sales of the Wii U. It pretty much had really crappy processing. It was like a Wii but extended. And there's no third-party games, and mostly it was all like a few Nintendo games in that. So it pretty much took it out of the competition with the Xbox and the PlayStation, and those two dominated, and Nintendo took a really bad toll on this thing. So in response, they decided to make this thing, which became incredibly popular. It actually surpassed the Nintendo 64 when it came to sales. So enough about the history. Let's see what's inside this little boy. So pretty simple. There's just one latch over here. Lift it up, and it should just come out pretty easily. After I tug on this thing, of course. And let's see what's inside. Okay, come on, and... oh, it appears I put it on upside down. Let's change that, shall we? So I apologize that my hand is going to be wobbly all over the place. I have one hand on my phone, the other one just showing stuff out. And that's one of the handle grips on that you can use as a separate controller for the Switch. Those are the two Joy-Cons. I got the black version, not the red and blue version. And this is the main console itself, a freaking tablet, which I'm very surprised and very pleased to see. So we'll put that on the side here. Get rid of this box, and I apologize that it's moving all around because, well, there's the Switch booklet, but just trying to get some of the stuff out of the wrapping in that. So what I have here is the docking port, which you can put onto your tablet and your Joy-Cons. So you could record, or not record, but you could charge it, and you could play while you're at home. That's one of the cool things about it. Just like it's a hybrid of sorts. This one is the controller, which you can put your Joy-Cons on to attach, and you can play it as is, or you can just play it with free-handed. The others are just, I think, are the cables. This one, I believe, is the HDMI port. This is the main outlet of the port, and these things, you can turn them into different controllers for your thing here. So I just had the tablet out. I just got it all programmed and everything's good to go on it. I just put my account on it. So I want to talk about the good things about the Switch so far. I like how it's lightweight compared to the other two consoles. The PS4 is a bit heavier, and the the Xbox is definitely a hell of a lot heavier compared to this thing. I like how small and simple the Switch is. I also like how versatile this thing is too. You can not only just play it while you're at home, but you can play on the go as well. Just do be in mind that this thing only takes like a few hours of gameplay in that. But I understand why, since this thing is so crammed up. It does have good graphics, unlike the god-awful Switch. It has the graphics, I would say, as a low-end computer. It's not going to be as good as the PS4 or the Xbox One, I would say, and it's nothing compared to those two. But the prices on the internet and online services are really good compared to Xbox and PlayStation. And there's Poupe right there. But for going online for a month or for a year, it's $20. And compare that to the Xbox, that's $60. And for the PlayStation 4, $50. So you could buy them twice over or three times over, depending. But yeah, there is some setbacks with the Switch. Now the Switch obviously have some flaws. The tablet and the Joy Cons are prone to breaking because it's outside of the console now. So if you make it fall on a hard surface or make it go underwater, that's like $250 down the drain for you. The Joy Cons are $70 to replace, while the tablet is around $200, I would say, or 250 depending. The Joy Cons, they're small on my hands. You do need a grip onto them if you're going to be playing them in tablet mode. There's very small apps like YouTube, Hulu, and a few others, so they do need a fix on that. You don't have like a headset or a party chat on this thing. You have to use your own phone, which I fucking hate about this thing. But you must use you have to buy your own memory card for this. This thing will, well, it depends on what you pay in that, but I'll explain this in a second here. So when it comes to memory cards and that, I had to do a little research before getting the game entirely, or the system entirely. I apologize, but it does not include an entire memory card, as I said. You would have to pay it yourself, and it varies on what you want. I would definitely recommend getting the Samsung or the SanDisk version of their small memory cards, and that they would be really good on cameras and that too. But you would have to use them just for the Switch. But I would definitely not recommend buying the memory cards that are licensed by Nintendo because there's nothing special about it, and it has the Nintendo logo and a little bit of art on it. That's it. The 32 would cost around maybe like I would say $50, and the 128 is a lot higher, like $78. You can get a 200 gig memory card for $200. So I would definitely do some research when it comes to the memory cards and that. So for me, what I showed, I got the 128 gigabyte one for around $30. So I would definitely just watch on that. So you do have to put a little bit more money onto the Switch rather than just the $300 that you got. So yeah, that's all I have for the Switch. I did play it a couple of times today, and it was pretty fun. And I'm definitely wishing to expand the games on what I want. I'm definitely going to try maybe Legend of Zelda and the Super Smash Brothers game on it, which are the two biggest musts when it comes to the Switch. So yeah, vote, rate, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and be sure to look at my Facebook page down below. And the machinima will be going on schedule. It will be here on May. So, anywho, Galactic Storm saying, keep charging, bitches.